back for another episode of After Dark. We are here with Kody again, and I have 1,000,001 questions.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
Because I have heard that you are a dirty, dirty bird.
He's a good
I'm
boy.
not dirty. I'm not.
Cody's a
He
good boy.
claims good. I am an adventurous individual. Let's put it that way. I have diverse talents.
I'm gonna start it off. In the spirit of Halloween, tell us about that one time you put your dick in vegetables.
It was a pumpkin.
No, wait,
A pumpkin is a gourd. That's a vegetable.
There's a lead up to this.
So, Brett had a Halloween party, and he drilled 4 holes into a pumpkin, and he had it set on a stool up in the kitchen.
With a sign that says, "Enter if you dare."
And Cody dared.
And I was like, you know what? It'll be funny. Like, what? It's fine. Whatever. So I got hard, I went over and I stuck my dick in the pumpkin.
Now tell us about how you got hard.
So my first question was really going to be, so did you get hard and stick your dick in a pumpkin? Or did you look at that pumpkin and go, pumpkin got a nice hole?
Look at that hole.
He got hard
Yeah.
looking at the pumpkin. How did you get hard? Was it looking
That
at
was
the pumpkin?
downstairs.
I had a sister. It was after downstairs.
Oh, it was
the
after.
same time-
It was after the other store. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was after the time that you broke into somebody's house and fucked.
No, I was already here. It was already a party.
He wasn't broken.
I just went downstairs.
Where you were supposed to be.
You can't
I
be
am his
down.
handler. I have access to parts of this house that other people do not.
You can't be down here. Get the fuck out of this house.
So yes, so while that was happening and you were, breaking and entering, that's what I'm going to call it, because you were literally breaking and entering.
Oh, I was breaking, and yeah, I was breaking and entering. He wasn't complaining, but I mean.
So while you were doing that, meanwhile, the owner of said house was trying to get downstairs.
Yeah, I'm walking downstairs, and I'm trying to get around the corner to do something. I don't remember what I was trying to get to. I had kept all my stuff was in the Halloween. All my Halloween stuff was in the back corner, and I probably came around to grab something. And meanwhile, a mutual friend of ours who was staying with me for that weekend, was standing at the bottom of the stairs. And as I walked around the corner, says, "You can't come back here." "Bitch, this is my house. What do you mean I can't come back here? Move your fucking ass out of the way." And I walk around the corner, and there, of course, there's Cody on the fuck bench.
Breaking and entering.
And I was just like...
That's what it's called now.
And I was just like, "Oh, please." And I just went through and did my own thing. And meanwhile, my friend's like, I tried to stop him. Because he was giving instructions, "Don't let anyone back here." He thought that meant me.
We have to give that person props, because he did his job. You tell somebody no, that you wasn't coming back there on his watch. He said, "Not on my watch."
He did good security.
He tried.
I don't think he realized that it was certain people are fine. I think he took it purely to heart. He was like, "No,
you didn't give him a
See what
list.
happens when you don't give a bottom good instructions?
You got to give him a list.
You gotta give him a list. You gotta give a bottom good instructions.
What was he gonna be like? Security at a club?
That's what
Yes!
you do.
You got to have a clipboard.
You
Are you
asked
on
him
the
to be
list?
security in a club.
Name. Oh,
While
that
you
name's
was-
not on here. Pub name.
ID.
He was shooting somebody club up, and you had to have somebody give security
He was breaking in, or
while you was breaking and entering. While you shooting up the club,
Alright.
literally.
So we've talked about me sneaking somebody down during a party and then going upstairs and sticking
Sticking
a dick into a pumpkin. What else
Did you clean the
want?
dick off first before you stuck it in the pumpkin?
No, hold a hole.
No, I was well behaved. I wiped it off first. There's a bathroom down here. I am not an animal.
You keep it lube. You just slip right in. I mean, pumpkin.
I mean, the holes were big enough.
Careful with the table. You're shaking everything all over the place.
You forgot you were on camera for a second.
Yeah, a little bit.
He was like, "Yeah, tell me more.
Let's go.
Put your dick away.
Tell me more.
Tell me more." Yeah. So, how did you two meet?
Headbangers.
Tell us what headbangers is. For the kids out there who don't
For the
know.
kids out there, it is a monthly sexual gathering
Endeavor.
of individuals.
Of several individuals. It's a fun
Lots
party.
of individuals.
I say, you know what it is? It is a group of music enthusiasts.
They're all playing horns.
They're all playing prostates as well.
Skin flutes.
They're music. It's a group of music enthusiasts
Breaking in.
who
right?
get together once a month to do a symphony. They play in a band.
Now you're just making
Baby,
it too much.
with the gay man's chorus, you're gonna confuse a lot of people.
Mid-American Freedom Band. We're gonna.
It's going. Most of them have gone there, but it's fine.
They're like, I'm here for the day. Ah!
Me and the husband went.
I brought my
Brett ended
trombone.
up having sex with both of us separately.
And I didn't know they were together. Like literally, like I'm sitting there. It was I think it was my first time going to Headbangers, and I was sitting there in the corner.
My first time.
And-
What, your first time?
And meanwhile, this one walks up, and and I see him when he walks in, and I'm like, ooh, he's cute. And then I'm sitting there in the back corner, and then I'm like, he's walking towards me. He's still walking towards me, and he's getting closer and closer. He is still walking towards me, and I'm now freaking out because I'm in this like dark corner. And I did notice he was wearing a lock at the time on his collar, and so I was like, oh shit, what do I do? How do I react? And then so we played for a while, and then we went to the sling and we played some more. And then I think we played again one more time that night.
We did.
And and then meanwhile later on that night I go over and I'm like, there's another guy there that's like, he's cute too, and I'm looking at him, and next thing you know I'm fucking him, and then I'm like, come to find out, like I literally I'm gone, and it's like I think I found them on Scruff or something, and I'm like going, they're married, they're a couple. I was heartbroken because I'm thinking, maybe I'll find somebody, true love at the fuck
True
party.
love.
I'm at a fuck party.
True
And-
love at the Headbangers.
But no, and so I was just like, oh, that's kind of awkward, because then I felt really guilty because I didn't know that they were a couple. Obviously, it didn't matter; they were at a fuck party. But again, this was my first time there, so I didn't know what to expect.
I don't know the proper protocols for a fuck party.
Fuck.
Yes, you do.
You fuck.
Yes, you do.
You gotta
And
fuck.
No, I
You gotta eat ass and you gotta fuck.
Oh, so you don't know what to do
oh,
with a fuck party?
you've never been at a fuck party?
And specifically a room tinted red?
That might have been
Next
happened
to
at
a
a
pool?
pool party.
Yeah, ma'am.
It's just less than a month ago.
Or did you
Because
not, did you not even make it to the room where you one of the on the side of the pool people?
You even made mention of it in your intro for this episode about the fact that you touched a certain somebody, and that was when you did it. Because I slapped you in the thigh with it earlier that night, and then you decided to later just to go ahead and touch it.
That's why. Okay, that's why. I couldn't remember why I touched it.
Mm-hmm.
So you did it first.
Uh-huh.
You've been teasing the bottom area for a long time.
Yeah. And to clarify Brett's story, because Brett will bring this up every time.
yes.
When I met Brett for the first time, he had no facial hair. This was all gone. And then 3 months later, when I saw him at the underwear party,
the
He had
the very
all
next time
this.
I saw him, and I
So
saw
I had
him.
no
I
idea
saw
who it
him
was.
and his husband. I was like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And they're both looking at me like, "Who the fuck is this freak?" And like they were like, they literally had that like look of like,
Who is this?
Who is this?
Who
and
is?
and then they were like going, "Okay, we're good. How are you?" "Great." And I felt awkward. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm just leaving now." And then I went off to the corner, and it was like probably like 30 minutes later. They were like, "We just realized who you were."
I've been inside you.
So glad I left a great lasting impression.
Facial hair
Like I
fucks
said,
people
you
up.
look at any picture of you without facial hair, side by side,
Two totally different people.
totally different.
I've never seen you without facial hair.
Go and find his regular person, like his normie profile, and then like find
I'll show you a
Let's
picture.
scroll back. It does not look the same.
throw it.
You cannot blame me. You cannot blame me.
I won't blame you for
So
that.
let me. I actually have one question. about the headbanger night.
Mm-hmm.
At any point, did you guys exchange names?
Nope.
Or
No, maybe it's
said
headbangers.
words. You just were like,
No.
It's headbangers. You don't do that. Not.
You go to Headbangers to fuck. If it's really good, you might ask for a number, or you
I
might
need
pull
a
up
number.
Scruff afterwards to kind of see who's nearby.
Who's on the
Predominantly
grid?
it's You go to play and then you leave.
Yeah.
You ain't trying to get nobody.
Maybe I'm the weird one. I
No,
got to know like something about you before I can be like,
it's just a different.
There's just a different.
It's
level
just
of
a
connection.
different type of person.
Yeah.
Some people are able to disconnect and totally.
Are you
have
more
a-
demisexual?
here's the deal. Like I can have sex with somebody and not be in a relationship,
Yeah.
but I can't have sex with somebody and not at least be friends.
It can't be a total stranger to you.
It can't be.
So that you have to have some level of connection.
So there's a demisexual.
Yeah, there's a demisexual aspect to that. Like, and for some people, it's certain moods they get in. When, like, I'm very much like that, where it's like, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't.
I can fuck anyone.
It,
Listen, because I
don't
don't
be
know
such an overachiever.
I don't know what that dick did.
That's fine. That's what antibiotics are for.
Yeah. Sexual health. Talk to your primary care doctor.
Go to Casey
Let
Cakes.
them know you're a slut.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I wish I was more that way. Like, I wish I could be more that way because I probably get laid more than I do.
Make more friends.
This is the year of yes.
Oh, yeah.
And time's a ticking.
You got 3 months, well, you got 2.5 months left to say yes to strangers.
10 loads by New Year's.
Say yes to the dress.
Hey,
Say yes to undressed.
Say yes to the dick.
Say yes to the dick.
go cruise the bathroom.
I gotta
at
find the
mall.
dick that we're just asking first.
Oh, baby, go cruise the mall.
No, Oak Park Mall? We're not doing that.
He,
Do you know how many
You cruise
horny
the mall?
dads are there at Oak Park Mall?
Did y'all cruise the mall for real?
the Dillard's, the Macy's bathroom, all the in cap store
Yeah.
bathrooms, all cruising spots.
Very cruising.
Um,
So we've heard.
That's
all
why you
cruising
live
spots.
over near here.
The parks. I found a new
Oh.
park. Zephyr, no, I'm not ready. I can't handle this. Yeah, no, parks, Loose Park, all that stuff.
Loose Park? I'm not, listen.
There's
Loose Park is nice.
Blue
I just
Springs
think
Park.
of Loose Park.
You'll be loose by the time you're done. if
Yeah,
you want
there's
to.
some impressive people there. And there are vampires in there, too. Be careful. They hold, like, cult meetings in there.
You see this?
Yeah, baby, you're not the only one.
I'm too black for that shit.
Well, they got black vampires.
Vampire in Brooklyn?
Stop, that's a good movie.
So, no, I just, one day, yes, this is the year of yes, but I still have, like, you just can't be walking up to me and being like,
Take this dick.
take this dick. I'm gonna be like,
I'm not ready.
I don't know you, bitch.
I'll go through that. You get different urges and different needs. There are some times when I'm like, you know what, I need
Connection.
either a connection or somebody that I know or a regular, or I need that itch scratched. There are other times when it's just like,
I just scratch my butthole,
just get up,
just dive all up in it.
throw up in a sling and form a line. I mean, I'm not going to say no if you walk out.
I'm the same way. Like, I go through modes where it's like, yeah, like I could see you I could see like your thigh down on the other side of the bathroom stall and be like, all right, let's go. And there's other times I'm like, I gotta know your name, your birthplace, your parents. Like, I gotta know everything.
Yeah.
So you gotta do that in stalls in a bathroom, at a campground maybe?
Why not?
No, I don't know what he's talking
It's
about.
the year of yes.
For you, we live in different years.
This is a lifetime of yes for us.
Listen, baby, if the moment's right, the moment's right.
Y'all
You
been
can't
out
say
yes for a
no.
long time.
Listen.
See, the thing is there have been times where the moment has been right, and I still was like,
Saying yes initially is very scary, but eventually you say yes and you get over the fear, and then you're a yes man at that point.
see, because then I'm worried about like, what if the first time I say yes, you know what I'm saying, somebody give me something like crabs, and then I'm gonna be like, ugh.
And then baby,
You
you
know what
you
you
shave
do?
them down and you good. That's fine.
You pay to play.
Yeah.
That is a thing that I love to live by, and I actually actually got that from my doctor. She was like, you know what? You pay to play, and sometimes you pay every single time, and other times you don't pay at all.
How do I say? It's high risk, and I mean, depending on what you value that at, it's high reward. It is what it is. You do it. It's an environment we live in, and then of course we can always have a conversation about like sexual health and like the discovery of all that stuff and cruising and all that stuff. I do think cruising would be a great topic to have a conversation about.
I don't know, because honestly, I don't know anything. I've never done the cruising thing.
It's an entire
it's right here.
It's an entire society,
Yeah.
complete. Like it is its own world.
One time, that's not true. One time I went to, me and my old roommates went to this beach in Florida when I was living in Jacksonville, and to go cruising, and literally I was like just sitting in the back of the van like,
That sounds
I
like,
could be playing my video games right now.
that sounds like Bang Bus.
No, they were like, because
Yeah,
I was
like
like,
Buzz.
they were talking about like going cruising, and I was like, I never did it. Like, we'll take you with us. And so like he had one of those like big old vans.
So, speaking of, I did the same thing to Jacob. We were leaving the bar, I don't know what, about 4 months ago? 4 or 5 months ago?
It was a while. I was good and drunk, and Zephyr. We're driving down a street, and Zephyr goes, "Oh, there's a cruising park right there." I was like, "No, there's not." Zephyr says, "I fucking bet there is," and whips across and dives into it. And I was like, "Zephyr, there's no fucking way." And as we're pulling in, there's
Literally, as we were pulling in, I'm parking in.
and a man walks up, like he's leaning against his car, like going after, like getting ready. As Zephyr's not even finished pulling the truck into the parking spot, he's walking up to the window. I'm like, "Zephyr."
He's walking up with his
Zephyr,
dick out.
I'm like, "Zephyr, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this." I've never been cruised so fast in my fucking life. Than that moment. I was like, "Zephyr, back up. Back up. I'm not ready. I can't deal with this right now." It is 1:45 in the morning. I am wasted. I'm like, "I can't deal with this. Back up.
I didn't start riding with y'all. Y'all have adventures and shit.
We do adventures. The three of us we've traveled together quite a few times, and we've traveled together a lot. But we've gone through a few things, and we always have a blast. Our
We always have a
personalities
good time.
match.
I'm going with you on your next trip because I want to. If I have not been on a like going with the Pioneer stuff has always been like going with the Pioneers.
Stuff like that is work.
You know, things like
Yes.
That is work.
I've not been able to go on like a trip with people, especially with other gay men, to just have like fun with no expectation of.
So we have started turning. So Zephyr has recently been like accepting more of like the judging spots and stuff like that for his like kind of title years and stuff, as many years as he's helped them. And we have started turning it into the mixture of like, it's work, but we are going to have fun while there's going to be work. Yeah, Zephyr has his moments. At the same time, Kody and I were in a hotel room being sat next to each other for almost 3 hours playing on our phones. And then I'm like, "Hey, it's about time we go." And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This was nice." "Yeah." And then other
And
times
then we spend the entire night sitting next to each other like,
throwing shots of 101 and just taking shots and grabbing dick in the bar. And then that's the next part.
Yeah, and then there's always stories to tell. Regarding maybe
a blind man
Blind
tells you
man
how
that-
great a view is.
I remember that story.
and then there's the first time that we traveled, and this was my favorite part about the entire night. We were laying in bed, but okay. Well, before that, we're driving, and there are three little like videos, like from clips from like Saturday Night Live or whatever, that I just think is great. They're like my favorite go-to. And so I made them all watch it in the car, and of course they've got like a lot of these little one-liner things and stuff. And we laid in bed that night. It was a king-size bed, and the three of us are like laying there right in the middle of this bed, and it's silent, and you hear. one line, and then everyone starts chuckling, and then it's silent again, and then you hear another line from someone else, and everyone, and this went on for like an hour and a half. I mean, we literally sat there laughing.
It was teenage girls at a goddamn sleepover.
See, and here's the great thing.
And we just had...
If I go with y'all, $35 hotel rooms.
Wow, what a bargain! Give him your.
No!
Oh, give him your code.
That was for y'all!
Good to know.
But yeah, we have so much fun with it, and it does. It just.
Y'all ain't gonna make fun of me and my CPAP machine.
I will.
I'm
putting poppers in the water. We're gonna make you the year of yes. The lifetime of yes. Lifetime movie.
How did he die? Well,
hit the poppers too hard.
So,
I mean, it's constantly pumping extra oxygen in there.
Yeah,
I think you'd be alright.
It's like a breath and a pop. Good. We're not gonna put number 6 in there, but it'll be alright.
We'll get you. You'll end up in a sling. You'll get your 10 loads before the new year.
That Hellfire that we found.
That Hellfire.
Pretty good.
Do you still have them?
I do.
Okay. Do you have both bottles?
I only have one.
That means I lost the other. I know where it is. If you don't have it, I know where it is.
where is? So tell me about this hoist run.
Hoist was it was a lot of fun.
Okay, you want to tell me?
Hoist is what happens when puppies are left unsupervised.
Did you not go? Did you go?
It was just the two of us.
It was just the two of them, and that is why.
That's why you got porn star dick for 2 hours. Did you get some?
I didn't get porn star dick, but yeah.
You got some?
Huh?
Oh yeah. Everybody got some. And there was a point. It was so funny. There was a point before the contest, on the second night before the contest. I was walking back through, and there was some really hot guy that I was just like, "Oh, you're hot," and so I started sucking his dick right there in the middle of
in the walkway.
In the walkway of the campground, right? And I'm like, okay, we're doing this, and we were making out, and I was just like, oh, this is like really cool. And then I went in and did the contest, and at the end of the contest, I'm sitting there, and I'm wearing my vest, and I don't know where my badge is. My name tag fell off of my vest. And so we're sitting there talking, and it was the next day when Jacob and I were walking through. I was just like, hey, I need to go find my name tag. I know exactly where it's at. And I went right to the spot, and we were there for a second and a half. I went, here's the back.
Like I said, Hoist was a good time. They treated us like fucking royalty. It was... I'll go every year. Brian, everyone.
Was it Brian? Did you fuck Brian?
No.
It was me, him, and the porn star. It was the three of us that were...
Brian got a nice piece.
Oh, yes.
Brian told him...
the minute I walked in.
He was like, man, I could bury my face in that ass for days.
He said that to me too.
And he said that to Zephyr, and I was like, damn, get you some. And then I told Zephyr, I was like, yeah, man, he was nice. It was packing. Yeah, and Zephyr's like, you're going to have to point him out to me. And then he said something, later that night, he said something else. And I was like, that's him. That's the guy. And then I didn't see him all weekend. Or at least for hours at a time.
The greatest part about the Hoist thing for me was literally I walked in, and I think... I was there for 4 hours, and I got complimented like 12 times on my ass. And I was just like,
listen,
the porn star stopped me and complimented me on my ass. And I was like, oh.
Yes.
So, no, it was great.
No, I love those hoist. Like, so, Jeremy, or Jordan, sorry. Ooh, Jesus. Don't judge me. You ain't gonna see it anyway. So Jordan.
I'll send you the link.
The fuck you will either.
Get him a Patreon subscribe.
You're right.
Well, that's what I meant. The link to the Patreon.
Good look now. So Jordan, me and Jordan started off like we immediately went into like banter like sisters, like just belligerent sisters. It was like the shade that was going back and forth between the two.
I liked him a lot.
Jordan was great. Brian was great. All of them. Jupiter. Ooh.
I don't know if I met Jupiter.
Pup Jupiter.
I hope you see this.
Oh.
Please move here.
Yeah, we tried to steal Pup Jupiter.
We tried very hard. His daddy.
Instead, I just took him back to the sling and fucked him.
His daddy told us no.
I was like, I haven't met Pup Jupiter, but Rich.
Rich is the daddy.
Rich is the daddy.
Rich could be my daddy if he wants to. Listen, that is a sexy ass man.
He is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like especially like I had
and a 9.5-inch dick.
I know.
But Again, Hoist was a lot of fun.
Which was a lot of
Do you
like.
follow him on Twitter?
Is it Twitter?
Rich has a Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Send it to me.
So this is right
You
now.
guys don't know that?
No.
Oh.
Send it to me.
Hold on a second. I'm about to get. So you about to get it.
Don't.
You can't pull that up on the. You'll get that later.
No, I'm about to send Brian a message.
No, don't do that right now. Don't.
Okay. I'm about to get it right now. On Facebook.
I will
You
give
can
it to
tell
you.
me.
He's over here scratching my dick.
Listen, cause like I don't know what happened or what was in the air in Minnesota, but I was on one, cause I was clowning the entire time. Did they tell you about Tose?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Toby and Tose?
Yes. We've heard this.
Somebody said something about toe fucking, and I was like, you keep Toby and Tose away from me. And then and then it was like Tose is like he's got a long ass toenail because he's uncut because he's Mexican.
Wow.
And on that note,
Anyways.
This show is about Kody.
yeah, why? No, y'all good. What other?
You should have came to
questions?
Hoist.
I should have, but I was not prepared for 9 hours in the car.
That's fine. We broke it up.
I would have gone.
Okay.
We're good road trip people. You know that.
Oh, I know.
So let's see. What other questions do I have? Or what questions? I haven't got to ask any questions.
I think you should ask this question
Yeah,
because you know him too well.
When did you know you had an above average sized penis?
The first time he saw it.
No, actually, I bottomed for the first. I was purely a bottom the first 4 years that I was sexually active.
So what did you do when you turned 10?
That's the end of the episode. Good night. Good night.
Call fucking Chris Hansen on yellow.
Kody didn't grow up Catholic.
You wasn't trying to chew cookies as a sweet tea?
Hey, the boy wants some candy.
Get in this van. Get in this van.
That was me and that was me. Never mind.
No, I think the first time I realized it was the first time that somebody pulled my pants down and I was already hard and they just looked up at me with very big eyes and said, I don't know if that'll work.
Okay, because I've seen it soft. I've never seen it hard. It's not an imitation.
I'll make it hard for you. Hold on a second.
This is not where this is.
I got stories about that too. Go ahead.
But and it's you've got saying you're not hanging out with you're a bit of a shower.
I'm not shy about it, no.
No, I mean like there's a shower and grower. You're like you're a
Oh,
bit of a shower.
He grows.
He
more.
shows it to
I-
everybody.
he shows-
I show it to everybody. I grow more than anything.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Unless I've been playing and then it's just kind of that residual, it was just hard. It looks
We
real
just
good.
go up and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. When I grabbed it, it seemed like it was okay. There was some heft to it.
So I'm trying to think about what point you did. I might have just left the red room, so that was probably just
Some residual.
some residual.
No, you did because your hand because I had to go like this.
Yep.
Yep, you're right. Never mind. All right, cool.
Love a good head.
And I'll tell you in private who you wiped on me.
Okay. Yeah, because I went like that, and then I was like, ew!
That's a slimy.
Wait, you don't clean yourself off first?
No, baby, you gotta use that to go to the next one.
It was
lube.
It was mostly spit. I mean, don't worry about it. It was mine.
Spit, lube.
Oh, I don't know
Other
what
people.
he was doing. I had fun that night.
Mm.
We ain't gonna talk about how and with who and where.
Oh, okay.
But I had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
This person who's never gone to a sex party.
Was that the
Well, here's the
headbanger?
deal.
Grabbing dick.
No, it wasn't
Grabbing
a
slick
headbanger.
It was a
dick.
headbanger.
It wasn't a
pool
headbanger.
party.
It was a pool party. Big old. Listen. And there were people that I brought.
Oh, I already know.
Big old monkey dick.
And by the time I got there, you know, he started kissing me and stuff towards the end of the night. He's like, "No, I gotta go. As much as I want to, it's dead." And I'm like, "Oh, I missed."
There you go.
Oh, I know. I saw.
And he was like, So I'll tell y'all a little bit about how that went down.
Okay.
Just a scotch.
And how you went down.
I did. Listen, I went down and stayed there. I was eating. You hear me?
I've heard.
But not ass.
Yeah, no, but
Not ass.
why you shake your head like that whenever I know every one of them motherfuckers that was there? You think I'm not gonna find out about you? You can't work in the dark anymore.
Yeah.
Work
You
in the
know
light.
they told you to?
No, but I could easily find out.
I'm gonna tell you the same way I tell. Stop fucking people I know, or fucking around people I know, and then I won't find out. So find somebody we don't know, even though you tried to pick somebody states away, and we knew them.
That's some bullshit too.
You gotta go far, because like we've said before, Zephyr and I have lived in a mini state, and we've traveled a lot.
One motherfucker, I thought.
You'll be in fucking New York in the original 13 colonies. I'll be like, oh, I know him. That's old Thomas Jefferson. I got him.
Yo, he got a wooden dick. You heard that?
Yeah, he sucked my dick. It was fine. It was
Got a
fine.
splinter too.
Got a splinter.
No, so like I've known them for a while. We've been friends for a little bit, and we had talked about it, but nothing really ever happened. And so I'm sitting there. We're sitting on the upstairs, like smoking a cigarette, and I have my hand on his thigh, and I'm talking like this, and he was just like, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, great. Oh wow, there's a lot happening down there.
Ooh, it's big.
There's a whole lot happening down there.
That's a trunk.
That is, and then like he was like, I gotta get something to drink. And he stood up, and like it was straining. He had these little shorts on. It was straining, and I was like,
He stood up, and 2 seconds later, it stood up.
I was like, and his boyfriend was right there. It was like
Just as big.
just as big.
Yeah.
Boyfriend just as big.
I said, you two.
One's thicker than the other. But...
Two big dick motherfuckers locked up in a relationship together. God damn. The way the Lord works is mysterious.
The way the Lord works. Stop.
Listen, at one point I had one on one side and on the other side. I said, I'm going skiing, y'all.
Oh, you were skiing!
So I'm going skiing. Then there was like, and then at one point this other dude jumped in, so there was 4 of us, and we was all just doing the things. But I don't know who that person was. It looked like Jesus.
Don't say that. That narrows it down. Alright. I'll tell you who it is later.
Oh, Jesus. You know who it is?
Probably.
Fuck.
Let me look at that invite list. I'll see real quick.
Nope.
Baby, you got next time just be like, it was a dig.
I don't know.
You like to keep secrets.
I actually don't like to keep secrets.
Well, why you keep lying about that man you was making out with at the last pound, and you didn't want to tell me for multiple days, and then I found out.
I didn't. I would have told you
Eventually.
eventually.
I'm gonna just give a hint. Thank you for your service.
Fuck you, bitch. You were right there. I don't know how you didn't see it.
I'm also drunk and blind.
You were literally you were there too. Y'all were standing on either
Yep.
side of me.
Yes, we were. And neither of us fucking paid attention. Nah.
No.
We go to fuck parties. People are literally fist in the asshole. You think I'm not looking at that? Sometimes I am. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
But most of the time, I could have a full conversation. Somebody be going at it, and I'm like,
See, and I catch everything.
oh no.
I see everything. I'm like,
There's too much shit going on. I ain't paying attention. I'm worried
Yeah.
about the one thing in front of me, and that's it. And most of the time, it's a friend that I'm talking to. You fuck, ride, suck, blow, whatever you want to do.
yeah.
And that's fine.
I get pretty even at parties.
Yeah.
Like if I'm walking around, I'll kind of take the sights in. But if I'm actively engaged,
You do whatever you want down there. It's fine.
everybody else can do whatever the fuck they want. I've got
you got to
My priority.
Your priority is
Tunnel vision.
tunnel vision. I do, and part of it is I think from being the always having my guard up. I'm always like, I was gonna swivel, bitch. I see everything.
I'm like that at straight places, but that's a conversation.
I'm like that
for a different-
everywhere. That's not a
Yeah.
conversation for a different day. But I'm like, I was gonna swivel, bitch. I don't miss nothing.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, did you see him pull his dick out 15 45 degrees that way. Yep, there we go. Let's pull it out for 10 seconds, put it back in.
You saw that man kneeling down and the Rock getting pissed on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm looking for that one, though. That's funny as hell
You
to me.
stupid.
Piss on him. Do it again.
So-
See his mouth.
2 questions. Because you said you had a question first.
Oh, I was going to tell a funny story, but it's long past.
What's such thing?
Oh no. Well, now it's going to be really out of context. But no, there were times at the bars. When
It's back in context now. Go for it.
there were times at the bars that we would go in to the bathroom, and my one claim to fame on this was that I had his dick so trained that I could make him come with a blowjob within 45 seconds. And it was like, I was just like, all right, we got to go. And I went right into the bathroom, and within seconds, I mean, he's just like, and had him going every time. And it got to that point to where
You blow on it and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
Bam!
Like, I had it trained.
Well, and I was.
Talk about the time you took the ring out of it.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
couple
the piercing
times.
out? Yeah, that's
Twice now, I think.
How
I've
have I
done it.
not noticed it was pierced?
That's happened with 3 people. That's happened with 2 people on 3 occasions.
So, yeah, twice I've
Just
been
the
able
ring out?
to.
No, so mine has a barbell through the
Oh,
bottom.
you have the frenum.
Yeah.
And so it's got one bar or one ball that you have to screw in. And I never had that issue for the first couple of years that I had it. When I went to IPAW for the first time, I took a particular puppy back, and
Is that when you were on the break?
we were in the room for a couple. No, this was
Before we met.
him.
Or before, yeah, actually before.
And in the middle of fucking him, I pulled out, I think to spit on it or do something, and I went to go put it back in, and I was like, wait,
Something's weird.
something feels a little bit different, and so I pulled back out, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, my piercing fell out. And I just literally shoved one finger in, felt both the ball and the thing, popped them out onto the bed, and then went back to fucking them. And I put it back in like an hour later.
If you have dick rings, I will not lie. This is a thing that happens.
Are you pierced too?
Used to be.
The best part, he didn't even know.
See, now for me,
Oh no.
He
I'm-
knew because
I'm
he sucked them
orally.
off.
I'm orally, and and I'm
He
just like,
vacuums them.
I'm just like, oh wait, I can take this out. No, I don't really, but I'm just like twice now. It's been like, oh, missing something. Go back to work.
This
Yeah.
is
He stops long enough to daintily pull it out and set it somewhere, and then right
this
back.
is yours.
He's like, your cherry, sir.
It's like whenever lesbians pull the cherry stem out tied in a knot.
But with him training me, when I first got into leather and stuff, I was trained to be a pleasure giver. So like if I topped, it was you top until I'm done, and then you can come after I'm done.
So you're a submissive top. That's what I said. I was looking.
Not
I'm a
submissive,
soft-
just soft.
I'm a soft dom. I'm the pleasure giver. Now, like if I'm bottoming,
Hungry hole.
hungry, but it's kind of the same thing. I will let you fuck me and
As long
go
as
and
it
go and
takes.
go until you are satisfied, and then you come when you're ready. And so, like if I top and I want a 45-second blowjob in the bathroom, I'll make it happen. If you want a 2-hour session in the sling, I'll give you a 2-hour session in the sling and not come until you tell me I'm ready for you to come.
Sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Just like the caregiver part of me, I get off on other people's pleasure.
I enjoy watching other
So do
people
I.
get off.
And so for
That's-
me, if I have somebody in the sling and I'm hitting their spots just right and I can tell that they are having a really good time,
Their eyes turn red. They start speaking Latin. Their head spins around.
head starts spinning, they pass out.
They
it's
start
fine.
puking pea soup. That's not pleasure. That's possession.
That's a demon.
That's bread.
Don't get him in the sling.
When I get in the sling, and yeah, I will.
You're like, nah, 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 nah.
Yeah, my voice drops about 6 octaves. I become that demon, and you'll be fuck me in my head, like I'm like.
And he will grab you if you're not fucking him hard enough. Like I will mess with him and be like, get him right to that point, and then like slow down.
Just for him to freak out.
And then he just, and he'll reach right up, grab, and just start moving you himself.
This is how I look at it. Is if you need help, I will let you know what to do. I am a bossy bottom. I will, bitch. I will show you, tell you. No, this is what you need to be doing. Keep going.
I'm almost there, bitch. What was I gonna ask? Okay, so what is something that you, in your long illustrious career of adventure, what is something that you A, have not done yet but you want to try, and B, have tried once and will never do again?
There's no answers.
No, the second one is easier. I put a lot of work in to getting fisted for the first time. It was one of those things that was on my bucket list. It was like, you know what? I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to put the effort in. I knew a fisting top who had small-ish hands. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make that happen. And it happened. And we were done. And I was like, all right. I checked the box. I don't want anybody to shove a hand in my ass ever again.
Was it like painful or just not what you're just not your thing, didn't do anything for you?
It was a lot. It felt really good, but it's just not, it didn't do enough for me to be like,
Ooh, do it again.
100%. I want to do that again.
Okay, so it was, the effort wasn't worth the reward.
Yeah. And like, I'll have big toys and I'll do all of that and everything else, but
I'm afraid of big toys.
the amount of
Why?
effort,
You control them.
the amount of effort, and I think part of it's the trust issue too, of trusting somebody enough to read your body language and to be patient enough to make that happen.
A lot goes into fisting.
Yeah,
There's
there's
so
a-
many pieces and parts, and you have to understand things about the human body. Like you have to have a certain type of knowledge to be able to properly. You don't just pick,
from both sides. It is a very labor and knowledge intensive kink for both sides. Once you get to a certain point, though, it's a lot easier. But
You know what I'm about to say.
you're in kind of
You want a hand up your ass.
you're in a very delicate
yes.
stage for a very long time.
It's they said something about a membrane and I
Baby,
couldn't do it.
The chicken skin.
Year of yes.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're
Year
talking
of
about.
yes. Year of yes.
Year of hell no.
I hope you get fisted before you eat an ass.
No.
I probably will get fisted before I eat ass.
Good to know.
And
I will
did
bring
think,
that up at the next.
Shut the
Pioneers.
fuck up.
Because
was on a
Pioneers, it
video.
all comes back to fisting.
That was on a video.
But something I have not done that I would like to do, I have never actually done a legitimate like cuckold session. I've played with couples. I've done the banter
Let's
back and
say-
forth. I've had one of them say, like, husband fucked him and then I fucked him, and he would be like, the bottom would be like, yeah, he fucked me better than he did. But I could tell that it was more of a, I'm trying to push my husband's button because I know he can fuck me harder. And it wasn't a true, like, cuckold situation. I think that would be fun.
You want to be a bull?
You want
I want to maintain that eye contact with somebody as I fuck their husband, and their husband makes very clear and obvious noises and sayings that I am better than the man that he's with.
That's ego driven.
Yeah, but baby, that's part of sex. Like, no.
And that's usually
Role play,
not
it's
me.
fun.
I do have.
Let me fuck your husband better than you.
Yeah.
I can.
You can't fuck my husband better than me.
Not your husband.
You're damn right.
I think most tops, no matter how much they want to admit
Give
it,
it that Gucci cat.
most tops will be like that. Some bottoms too. Some bottoms have that point of pride of wanting to hear, "You're one of my favorite holes to fuck. You're one of my favorite asses to use." There is something about being a top.
And complimenting or receiving compliments.
And even if they lie to you, having a bottom message you after you fuck them and be like, "That was one of the best fucks I've ever had."
5 stars, you're better
Even
than my
if
husband.
they are lying, you eat that shit up
It's
and
a
you
merit
carry
badge.
it and you
I will say
that
when
pride
someone
burns
tells
and you're
me-
like, "Fuck yeah."
They're like, damn, because like I take pride in my head game.
Same.
You know what I mean? Like I take like. So when someone is like best I ever had, I'm like, you damn right, it's the best you ever had.
It's the best you're ever gonna get. So call me.
Call me.
Yep. And
I
I
just gave you my C game. I wasn't even really trying.
I had somebody that came up that within the last 5 days came over and was basically.
If you were just up there moaning and groaning about how you need a reason to have Metamucil,
So-
and you're over here, "I got dick the other day."
Well, yeah, there's a difference between regularly versus. Anyways, but they came over
Semi-regularly.
and their comment to me several times as we were fucking is, it's on my list of things I want to be in your top 10 best fucks, and like kept telling me that multiple times.
And you have to tell them, fuck harder.
We're gonna have a lot of practice to get there.
I want to be in your list of top 10s. You better fuck harder.
Stop.
No,
Don't send anything to Rich. I will give you the.
I wasn't saying that. I'm
It's not
reading.
that.
It's not that.
It's that thing you was just talking about. You can show it to the camera now, though.
No, I
'cause,
can't either.
baby, that's what they pay for.
It is on point.
Yeah.
Listen, when I got that, I was like, you know what? You damn right it is, and I wasn't even trying.
Yep. I had. There's been a couple people that have done the same thing to me, like, "Oh, that's the best head I've ever had," or "Nobody has ever been able to make me come by giving him head before."
That's the one.
my-
That's the
That's the one
fucking
that
one.
gives me-
I never come from head, and then you blow on it for fucking 2 minutes, and then they're done. And I'm
Next
like,
thing you know, they're like,
either you a liar, or I'm really good.
you're
at
like,
this.
next thing you know, they're like the city of fountains. You're like, look at all that. Look like,
looking like the plaza.
I was like, look like some dude from Scary Movie.
Sprayed up against the ceiling.
You like, and then you just go.
Yep.
So, we actually are going to be doing something exciting very, very soon. We're going to talk about it? We should talk about it.
Another thing you've been voluntold for.
Ooh.
Oh, the
No.
thing?
Yeah.
That's fine.
So we are doing a sounding demo. Well, no, you're doing a sounding demo. We ain't doing nothing.
You ain't gonna be my bottom?
What are you doing?
I thought that was the understanding.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the request.
That's why I haven't set up for one.
Oh,
Bitch, I'm kidding. I'm doing it to myself. You don't have to worry about that.
I felt your whole just.
Your
whole
entire
aura
spirit-
changed.
Your entire spirit was gone.
He's like,
well, because I was like, shit. I mean,
I gotta
sure.
prepare.
I mean, I guess like I would have done it.
No. When I do my sounding classes, I will usually do it to myself.
Okay, so we're doing a sounding class at the Black Dog, and afterwards there will be a gathering of like-minded individuals
People gonna be fucking.
to read stories and tell tales.
Oh, they'll be playing games and lots of tales.
Pushing buttons.
There might be buttons pushed. It is on November 12th. It starts at 9 p.m. If you would like to know more, please get in touch with me and I.
Is that my phone?
Yeah, it should be.
I'm making sure. Yeah. That's
Okay.
it.
Are you coming?
Let me check my calendar.
His ass ain't coming. Are you coming?
He's got a busy social life.
Baby, I don't play that game. No,
He's a Johnson County gay.
Yeah,
His
exactly.
schedule books out weeks in advance.
they know. Even though I do cancel things to go on trips with the two of them. But that's different.
Priorities.
There is a priority list.
There's a priority list.
Oh, I'm not on that list, huh?
Do better.
And on that note, that has been Pound
Cast.
After dark.
After Dark. And this may be the last time you see this motherfucker on the show.
That's unlikely.
I'm going to have to be like with Zephyr and Scrappy.
Unfortunate for you and them.
What you going to do, put me off my show?
No. We're just having you here without
You already said this isn't your show. It was ours.
This is our show.
I did, but then y'all gave it back to me. So now it's mine.
Poundcast with Jacob and Zephyr.
Yeah. What happened to JB? Who? Who's that?
Whatever happened to Merle Ginsburg?
I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much. You guys, thank you so much for watching us on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. November 12th, Black Dog. Come and find me. You know, you can find me on Fact. Where can the people find you if they want to get in touch with you? They want to like rub on your man parts or touch your booty or something. I don't know.
Most have already.
I was gonna say
it's not a very hard thing.
You
to
can
do.
find Kody at this event and
You can find Kody on the corner at 39.
I
No.
drove it all the way up there. I'll be down here.
Cody's a Johnson County guy.
I have a Johnson County gay right up the street. All right,
You can find Kody on the corner of Corvera.
You can find Kody at the Whole Foods, serving whole food.
Whole Foods expensive. I got
Fuck
time
yeah,
for
man.
that. We going to IV.
Just come over to my house. I'll get you in touch.
You can find Kody at the Price Chopper,
You can find
serving up
Kody-
whole at a cheap price.
You can find Kody at the local Piggly Wiggly.
Bitch, where are you going to find a Piggly Wiggly?
Oh, I have to go home. Do we have Piggly Wigglies here?
I don't know, is there one?
I don't think.
Get off of that damn phone.
I'm sure there's a Piggly Wiggly somewhere in like southern Missouri.
I haven't seen one since I left Vegas. I think there was one. Anyways.
Anyway, good night, y'all.
Bye.
This is how it always ends.